So today we're in Belchertown, Massachusetts, and we are going to hike the Holland Glen Forest Conservation Area. I've hiked this one a bunch. It's a nice, short, easy hike again for families, and it's got a nice reward about halfway through. So let's get on with it. This one's right off Route 9 in Belchertown. It's an easy hike to get to. There's a little bit of elevation on this one, which is good if you like that thing. I enjoy the elevation. And this one is a pretty, it's not visited very often. I come up here, I don't know, a couple times a year, and there's often nobody around. I saw one car in the parking lot pulling up, but we may not even see them. So forgot to start my hike on my watch. I have to stop and do that. So I'll try to get some good shots of the waterfall once we get up to that location. I've actually never been down this side trail. The trail goes up, but I've never been down the side trail, so let's see what the deal is. Just comes down to the brook. This is called Hop Brook, and I don't know who named it or how it got named, but I'll show you why I think it got named once we get a little bit closer to that section of the trail. And we're gonna walk back up. There's nothing really down there except the brook, so we'll walk back up to the main part of the trail, continue on. This land, I think it's about 200 acres in here. It's 190, it might be 290 actually. Was bought in 2011. And I don't know if the Kestrel Land Trust owns it or if they just facilitate the buying of the land by the town of Belchertown. But either way, it's pretty nice to have access to this piece of land. This trail's about a mile in length, loop trail. Today is September 28th, I believe, 28th or 29th. And it's still fairly warm. I think it's 71 degrees in Western Mass right now. Some yellow blazes. In case you beginner hikers don't know, this is yellow blaze, and when the top rectangle is to the right, that means you take the trail to the right. And if it's facing to the left, the top one, Trail goes to the left. May seem obvious to most, but that is a question I have gotten before. And if you're new to hiking on the trails, you may not know that. So there you go. Impress your friends. Now there's this section of the trail also is known for an endangered species, the woods turtle, I believe it's called. And I don't know what those look like, but I think it's got a shell. If we see any turtles, I'll be sure to get them on the camera. And can look them up later. Now you can do an out and back on this if you just want to walk up to the waterfall and back. I think that's a little bit easier hike, but we'll do the loop today. I want to get this before the snow falls. So we will come back and do this one again in the winter, because I've heard it's a pretty good winter hike. Starting to hear the water. Not sure if you can hear that or not on the camera. Seems like there's been some trail work done. The trail's a little bit cleaner than I've seen in the past. So I believe up here when it flattens out, there should be a white blaze somewhere. I don't know if that's it or not. There's a sign up here I have not seen before. Let's see what it says. Property. We'll stay out of there. So I know there's a mountain summit that you can go if we continue to follow yellow blazes, but we're not going that direction. Let's go down here. I actually don't see the white blaze, but I've been here before. Know roughly where we're supposed to be. You can see the top of the waterfall right here. It's hard to access from this side, so we're gonna cross Hop Brook. Thought I heard somebody hiking, but I guess it must have been a bird. waterfall area used to be much cleaner. But it's not trash, but just fallen trees and stuff were not here last time I was here. We'll go down to the bottom of the waterfall and see what it looks like. A little bit steep right here. Interesting to see a big storm come down and clean all this out. I'll have to pay attention to the weather. Alright, well, let's go back up. So that was pretty easy. Yeah, half a mile right to this spot. Well, actually, a little bit more since I started my watch late. We can pick the trail up right here. Back in the yellow blazes. If there's anything cool to see, check it out. No turtles to be found, but I haven't really been looking either. Let's have a little campfire here. Let's go explore this little rock outcropping. There's a bird, but won't sit still long enough for me to zoom in on it. You can see, I don't know if you can see with all the, in the camera, but all the water is reflecting on the trees or the leaves. And a shot of that waterfall. Let's get back to it. Climb back up this little rock. Oh, look. Campfire that we just saw. No campfires. I wonder who they're talking to. Alright, so we're at the halfway point of the trail and we're gonna walk back down the other side of the river. The river is gonna be right here on our right, or brook, I should say. On the way up. The way up it was also on our right. Yeah. Man, it's one of those days today. So I decided to come out here and do a hike instead of close the pool. I was struggling today, so getting outdoors usually helps me clear my head. So I thought I'd give it a shot today. And as usual, I feel better already. This was great. Like, this is a 1 mile hike. I've been doing it for about 30 minutes, and I've been filming and stopping and at the same time, and I already feel better. So if you weren't creating content, this hike would be even quicker while still getting the health benefits of being in nature. What's that thing? Let's go check it out. Some white goop on the bottom of the tree. I guess a mold or a fungus. Fungus among us. Don't know. I haven't seen a whole bunch of wildlife in this section of the trail, but Belchertown overall has a tremendous amount of wildlife. I have seen 3 or 4 moose over the last couple of years. Had a bear in the yard the other day. See deer all the time. It's pretty nice. Very quiet and peaceful here. This opens back up to a nice dead area. Massive tree down that fell across the trail. I hear some monster squirrels in the woods. You're allowed to mountain bike in here, according to Kestrel Land Trust, but I haven't ever been up in here mountain biking. I would assume it'd be pretty difficult. This is some real tech for mountain bikes, and man, you wouldn't even be able to ride up this thing. Well, at least the average bike rider. It's one of those monster squirrels. This trail is fairly well marked, so it's highly, looks like it's been used, or trail maintenance has been done. So if you come out here and you haven't hiked before, you don't have to worry about getting lost, I don't think. I bet the brook to my right is about 100 foot down. It's not straight down, but pretty steep. Traverse the little rock garden here without tripping over anything. About 3/4 of a mile in. Not exactly sure how far away this trail ties back into the beginning here, but this part of the trail is just a little bit more rough, so you got littler legs. We have a little bit more trouble navigating this section. I mean, kids, really. Chipmunks running through the woods. I'm starting to hear the road, Route 9, so we're getting pretty close. sounds like. Blazes like every 20 feet here. As you can tell, the type of hiker they're catering to. I don't know, is there like a standard distance for blazes? I actually do not know. Be interested to know if you know the answer to that. So we're coming up to the end of the hike here. The only thing that would made this hike perfect is you couldn't hear the road. So close, but it's still nice to have a spot to come get out for an hour or so. Come out and enjoy nature. Great hike in Belchertown, Mass. Holland Glen Forest Conservation Area, right off Route 9. I suggest checking it out. Subscribe and like and find out where I'm going next. I'll see you in the next one.